going on, everybody? It's your boy Don Illuminati, back with another video. So today we want to talk about the power of progress, man. You know what I'm saying? The power of progress part 1. Let's go ahead and just say that right now, because I know that all these different topics, we can revisit them, and we're just gonna have to do part 2, part 3, part 4, and all that, because we got the power of influence, and then we got the power of progress. I only want to move to the next thing, because regardless of what you're influenced by, it's what are you going to do? How much can you influence yourself at this particular point? How much are you influenced by your needs and the things that you want out of life? Those things is going to take progress. Those things are going to take initiation. You're going to need some action, right? Okay. What is it that we want to do? If there's things that you want to do, you want to get started, you know what I'm saying? It's really not hard to just pick up and start doing certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to start a business, you can go ahead, you can put certain things in the paper, you can use magazines, it's a bunch of different things that you could do. You know what I'm saying? Papers, magazines. I'll be doing postcards, flyers, what else? Postcards, flyers, like the little street banners, I don't got one in here, do I? No. But the little street signs, yard signs, you know what I mean? You can look up certain places, yard signs, cheap yard signs, this, that, and the third. And then you got to buy the stakes to put in them. After you put the stakes in them, when you put the stakes in them, you can just stick them in the grasses, different places. I would suggest putting them at the lights, not in the middle of the road where there's no light at. And there's like people just driving by. Because if they just driving, like, for instance, you got this right here. Look, we stopped at a light. Feel me? What us being stopped at a light, it's like 18 cars around me right now. You feel me? If you had a sign out there, there's plenty of things that they could look at. They done seen all this stuff before. You feel me? They done seen all this before. But if you put a new sign down that they ain't seen of some labor or some type of service that you got, feel me? Look, cars. Look, there's a light up ahead. At this light, you can put a sign. Don't you know these lights turn red like every 3 minutes, bro? And they collect like 20 some cars around this same joint. You don't want to flood any areas, so you don't want to like put it at this light, then the next light, then the next light, then the next light. But you want to spread it out. But that's if you're going to do the signs. I'm only telling you that as a suggestion if you're thinking about a business and you want to know some quick, easy ways to pull in clientele, customer base. I mean, dog. Think about that's like an impression, right? You put one sign out, that one sign all day long, traffic like that gonna stop. You feel me? Every 3 minutes of the day. That's thousands of people that's gonna be by that sign. That's an impression. You feel me? So you don't always gotta do social media. When you learn the strategic marketing ways, because dog, there was ways businesses got on before we had internet. And how did they do it? It's called guerrilla marketing. You got to come out strong. You got to come out with like maybe a couple thousand. So if you want to get started, I know a lot of you, you think 500 business cards. You heard of Vistaprint. Oh, I can go just get 500 business cards. If you do that, there's a strategic method that you're going to have to use when you do it that way too, because 500 cards ain't a lot at all. Like I got postcards that I ordered per box. It's about 5,000 per box. Right? Why? Because you can go out and you can bag them up in the rocks with Ziploc bags, put a little bit of rocks in there. The rocks cost $4 at Lowe's for a big ass bag of little rocks. You don't gotta put but so many in there, but like even 30 little teeny tiny rocks, and enough for it to throw and sling and hit the people's mailbox. Boom. You'll knock out a neighborhood. Neighborhood can have like 600 houses. Vistaprint. Dog, the neighborhood over there is dirty just like this one. How you gonna get over there now? If that's what you thinking you gonna do, or you gonna get out there, you gonna hand it to 500 people. Now you wasting time and gas probably. When you could technically just sit them at gas stations. You take 15 per joint and you sit them at the gas stations. 15, if you only getting 500 Vistaprint business cards, you want to take 15 business cards and leave them at every gas station. You don't want to leave 20, 30, 40, 50. And all this and that. And the third, why? Because everybody ain't gonna take all of them. It could happen, but you're gonna have to revisit these places. Consistency in doing that, every place you go, eventually you'll have a routine to where it's like, all right, now I'm not just taking out 2 hours to having to do this. Why? Because I got 500 business cards with me at all times. Where are the 500 business cards at? Are they in your house? Why are they in your house? How are you gonna get them out in the house? You're in your car. If you got a car, they should be in the car. Why? Because everywhere you go, you're gonna stop at gas stations, you're gonna stop at stores, you know what I mean? There's always gonna be people around. So that's mandatory. You make that mandatory thing, boom. That's not a lot. Out of 500, let me tell you the ratio. How many sales you gonna get out of 500? Probably about 2. Could between 2 to 4 tops. So don't be all this wishful thinking that 500 business cards won't start your life. You need 5,000. There's places where you can order bulk amount for a cheap price. You just gotta get out there and look. I ain't gonna give up my sources. You feel what I'm saying? Because I'm not giving my sources to the world. But you know what I'm saying? Like, you do for me, I do for you type economy, type of time. If I ain't really building with you, right, I can't share certain things, you know what I'm saying? Because my sources give me a deal. I don't know what they charge certain other individuals. But how effective they are, you can still utilize them and still place it out there that's mad cheap that you can get these joints from anyway. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just turn it around. There's another one. There's an area right there on that median right there, and that median right there. You see those grass spots? Those is the grass spots that you can hit literally. And you see all these cars set right there, dog. Over there, like that median, we put them on the other side of those cars. And then you got just at one stop. Like, you could put a sign there and then 10 feet down and then 20 feet down if you wanted to. But you might have some problems with your county because they might come and pick them up. With counties, you want to make sure that you do put them on the outside of the pole, not the side that's closer to the road. But as long as you put them on the other side of the pole, you should be all right. You shouldn't be able to get fined. I suggest if you're going to put signs out, don't tie them to a business name and don't tie them to your regular phone number. Okay? Trust me, if you utilize any of these things I'm telling you, this is detrimental information that you're going to need to apply with this if you're going to go that route. And that's for the signs. And the business cards, like I said, if you're going to use 500, do it that particular way, you're saving your money. Sometimes corporate comes in on a gas station and say, hey, what is this stuff doing here? All right, throw everything in the trash. Boom, now you just wasted 100 cards. You're thinking, you know, if you really want it, you really got to get it. Remember, this universe we live in is going to match your energy. So if you're really out there doing it, you don't want to be doing nothing stupid. You don't want to be wasting your time because the universe ain't going to let it work for you because they want you to see you wasting your time. But if you apply certain techniques that you've seen and heard that work for others and you put your time in there, I mean, it's only a matter of time before it works for you. But you got to work it. So that's progress. And I'm talking about things like these. These are the things, laboring things. It's easy to get out there and make some money. This is for the people who don't have YouTube or who don't have that dream for YouTube. They do got the drive. They do have the energy and the mindset to keep our community going to when you need people that cut your grass and power washers and electricians. Everybody can't be stuck on social media, man. You just gotta go out here and work, bro. People out here building gardens. Why? Because y'all eat fruit. And there's people that gotta pluck that fruit, or there's people that gotta farm that fruit. There's people that gotta do all this work. Work. I'm talking to you workers. I'm talking to the men that want to work. All right? They said, what would Jesus do? Jesus wouldn't sit behind no damn computer and try to collect no check all day. Jesus would be a carpenter. Jesus would get his hands dirty. Jesus would bust his finger with a drill or something. So what happened to me yesterday? I bled out. You feel me? Working as a man. You know, this kind of, you know, computer keyboards don't make you bleed, and I get it. And I would love to, you know, make money off social media and all this, that, and the third. But you know what I would do as soon as I make my money? I'm gonna go take that money, invest in some things, and apply myself. That's gonna eventually cause me to end up having to work anyway. Then when I start doing that, it's gonna make it more accumulative to me to get the success that I want, the prosperity that I need, and that's what it's about right now. So it's about progress. It's about building oneself, building one mindset. How can you work well with others when you don't even know how to build for yourself? Okay? So I'm talking to these individuals who want to become a seed, who want to become a plant for some other individuals to utilize you. And trust me, It's very easy because motivation is the key. And motivation can motivate people because I've seen it. I do it a lot. And I've seen what it can do for others. And it's so great. And it takes time for other individuals to plant those seeds in the people to make them want to do it. And that's where you start. You know what I'm saying? So we have solutions. There are people out here who can provide solutions. And one of the solutions is motivation. So if you can, and if you are one of those people who can motivate others, then that is your job right now. If you understand things, you know what I'm saying? Getting that progress out there. And that is progress as well. Because that's causing you to create a better world for yourself and others. Till next time, it's your boy Don Illuminati. Don't say I never did nothing for you. Peace. One love.